Hey guys, G-Dog here, and welcome back to another Cubic Castles video. Right then guys, I think this video is long overdue. So today, we are going to be having a look at how to not get scammed in Cubic Castles. Now, there are two main steps you can follow to never get scammed in Cubic Castles. Now the first one is to always use a register to trade. Now registers are only 500 cubits now, so if we go to items, realm basic, and you can see cash registers are used to run player shops or just to trade with others in a safe manner. With a cash register, you can wait until each player has placed their items to accept the trade. So that is the first tip, always use a register to trade. The second tip is to never ever give anyone permissions. So on this top menu, who can build in this realm, leave it to only me. Now, I will go over a few exceptions, and we'll talk about that in a little while. But those two tips, if you always follow those, you will never get scammed in Cubic Castles. So let's break it down a little bit further. So, always use registers for trading. Now, there are some people who like to try and be a little bit clever when they trade, and what they will try to do is swap out the items at the very last minute. So, Cubic G-Dog is going to come up here and he's gonna demonstrate to me how not to do this. Oh, hi G-Dog. I have a scarf. Do you want it for 1000C? Yes, I'd love to buy it for 1000C. Now, this is another thing guys, if the offer is too good to be true, it is probably not a real offer. So let's show you how some people try to do it. So, now I'm waiting for Cubic G-Dog here. So, if you're going to trade, now he's going to sell me the scarf for 1000 cubits. Now that's very cheap, but we'll just use that as a demonstration. Now do not put your cubits in until you see the scarf in the register. Now you notice those three little dots at the bottom? Whenever he moves an item in here or changes the offer slightly, you'll get those little dots. Now if the person you're trading with is moving about their items and you see those dots more than once, just back out the trade immediately, because they are most likely going to try and do a little scam on you to try and get the cubits off you without actually giving you the scarf. So if you see those little dots more than once or twice, you know they're up to something, so just back out the trade. Right, so let's say he does put the scarf in. Oh, we've got a scarf. So now you want to put your 1000 cubits in. And when you've done that, that's when you can press accept trade. Now only press this once guys. So just like that. Now if he tries a little something funny, like this, and he moves it about, don't press accept trade again. Now he's had his chance to do the trade. This is how I look at it. Now if he's moving it about and doing all sorts of other stuff, he's definitely trying to get the better hand. So just back out the trade. But we'll stick with this for now. Now what a lot of people try to do is, they'll say move it about, and then they'll put it back in, and then they will wait for you to press accept trade. So accept trade, you'll press it, and then I'll change it to that. Now you'll notice that since that offer has changed, you now have to press accept trade again. Now be very careful about going near this button, Because if they change the offer and you accidentally press this accept trade button again, you're going to buy 9 bits or half dirt for 1,000 cubics. And you are not going to be a happy chappy. So if they start messing about doing any of this sort of type stuff, just back out the trade, ban them from your realm, go on visitors and then ban, and just go about your day, because they were obviously trying to do something not very cool. So that is my little tip to registers, guys, if they do try anything fishy. So say, like this is another one, they'll do this quite a lot, where you'll put your cubics in, say, and even before you've pressed accept trade, they'll move it about, they'll press accept trade again, they'll move it about. Look, if they start doing that, just back out the trade, kick them from your realm, and, you know, be done with it. But yes, I am going to have that scarf for 1,000 cubits. And always have a little nosy on your cubits afterwards to make sure the right amount has been taken off. But if you trade slowly at a register, guys, you will never lose an item ever again. Right, so that was registers, guys. Now there's a few others. Right, so step 2. Picking trains or drop trains. Now, say neither of us have got a register, which isn't very good because, you know, we've got all these items. You can't have a shop without a register, guys. If you go to a shop and there's no register, don't trade there. So, let's just say, like he says, oh, I have a scarf. Oh, do you, Cubic G-Dog? That's very likely of you. Well, let's trade. Well, there's no register. Now, yeah, just don't trade. But what some people will say is, oh, now this sounds like a lovely deal. Oh, I've just got to put 1,000 C in here and you'll give me the scarf afterwards. No, don't do it, guys. Never do piggy trains. Never do drop trains, guys. Always use a register. Now then, here's another scenario for you I want to go through. Now, I did talk about I should never give people perms. Now, say Cubic G-Dog comes in here. I don't know him. He's not Cubic G-Dog. He's someone else. Oh, hey man. Can I build in here? No. Sorry. This is my shop. Never, ever give people perms, especially people you don't know. Now, in really rare situations, you may want to give someone perms. Now, say you've been friends with someone for a very long time. Now, I'm going to say like a good 6 months or so. And say you're working on a build together. Oh, so you want to help me build in my shop, do you? Now, you can. And this is how I would suggest doing it. If you absolutely have to, guys. But I would suggest never, ever giving people permissions. Because when you give someone permissions, if I give Cubic G-Dog here permissions, he has the right to take everything in this room. He can take my Roman, he can take my Black Angel, he can take my Zombie, he can take my Iron Mask, he can take all these blocks, he can take my Piggy, he can take my coffee. Oh no, not my coffee! But he can take everything. That's what permissions means, guys. You are literally giving him permission to do that. So, you know, in 99.99999% of cases, never give people perms. But, now, on that 0.000001 case, this is how you go about doing it. Now, you go to Realm Setup, you go to Visitors, and then you will see Cubic G-Dog here, and you've got the ban, and you've got the trust. Now, I'd add him to my trusted players, and I'd be like, okay, you can build, but only while I'm here. So, this is the only time I would ever let people have perms, is if I'm in my room. So, I go onto my realm setup. Now, if we look at visitors, if we look at trusted people, you can see that Cubic G-Dog is trusted. and then I would go to who can build in this realm, and then I would put it on trusted only. But never, ever, ever leave the room while you have this set up like this. So Cubic G-Dog could go over here and can be like, oh, it looks lovely in here, but I think there should be some more half dirt here. Oh, thanks Cubic G-Dog, that looks great. You've done a great job there. Well, I've got to go and get my tea now. So if I'm going to go and get my tea now, even if Cubic G-Dog were my best buddy in the whole world, which he is, I would go on to here. Now, you can either change this back to only me, or, more safely, I would change it back to only me, and then I would go on to trusted people, and I would untrust Cubic G-Dog. And that's going to remove him from the player trusted list. So now, he's not going to be able to build in it. Go on, G-Dog, have a go. Try and put some dirt down. And it's saying on the other screen on my laptop, you don't have permission to change this realm. And that is how you want to leave it, guys. Never, ever give people perms or trust them and leave the room. Because when you come back, it will have took everything. It'll have took my Roman, it'll have took everything. And the really sad thing about this, guys, is you will have given him permission to do that. So please, guys, if you really have to give someone permissions, only do it while you're in the room for a very short period of time. Don't leave it overnight or while you go and have your tea. Just for like 5-10 minutes while they help you build something. Okay? Now, if it's someone you don't know, I'm going to say this, guys. If someone comes in asking for perms and you don't know them at all, just ban them. Just ban them from your realm straight away. They're not asking for perms to be nice or trying to help you with something. Just ban them. Now, I know a lot of people like to run shops as like sort of a 2 or 3 piece. Now, I would just say, guys, run your own shops. It only ends in tears. You know, I've had people who've known each other for months, and then they've given perms, and then they've come back an hour later and the shop's been empty. And they're like, oh, I gave them perms and they took everything. Well, if they've had perms, guys, there's nothing that the moderators can do or the admins can do. You've allowed that to happen. So please, guys, don't do it. Right, so on to another little scamming like way people scam. Let's just go over here. Oh, we need that scarf. Right, so say you're not in your realm. And say this is Cubic G-Dog's realm. It's not, it's my realm. But say, and Cubic G-Dog goes, oh, that's a nice scarf. Scarf? Lol. Can I see it? Yes, you can see it now while it's on my back. Look, you can see it right there. Now, some people like to try and be like, oh, drop it so I can see it. Never do this, guys. They are just trying to steal your items. Now, let's actually reverse this up. Like, so Cubic G-Dog is going to be the one... Oh, oopsie daisy. Take that out of here. So I'm going to be asking Cubic G-Dog to show me my scarf. Oh, go on G-Dog. Go on. Show me the scarf. I'll stand back here. And then you can just drop it and show me. You should never drop your items. Ever, ever, ever. If you're not in your realm, and even then if you're in your realm and you go offline by accident, well, no, actually, if it's your realm, you'll always be able to pick it up. Well, a lot of people will be like, oh, I dropped my item in, like, the town centre or something, and I've gone offline, and now I can't pick it back up. Now, when you go offline, that item is no longer tied to your character. So, the game won't know that it's your scarf. The game will actually think it's nobody's scarf. So, nobody can actually pick it up. Now, I've had some people come to me and be like, oh, I've dropped my Roman in learn recipes here and I can't pick it back up. Now, not even the moderators can pick it up. And even if they could, guys, like, you know, someone could have just dropped their Roman there and this person could just be like, oh, I dropped it. if you know what I mean. They're like, oh, it was my Roman, when it wasn't really their Roman. So just never, ever, 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 ever drop items. And yeah, so if someone asks you to drop their items, never do it. Never do what Cubic G-Dog's just done. Don't do it. Never. So I think we've pretty much covered everything, guys. Always use registers slowly. If you see them mucking about and you see those dots on the bottom of the trade, back out of there, forget it, go and trade with someone else. If a deal's too good to be true, there's probably a reason for that, guys. Never do drop trades or piggy trades. We've learnt about that, you know. Oh, I'll put my cubits in the piggy after. No, guys. Don't believe it. There's no point in putting there's no need, actually, to put your trust in other people when we have registers, which cost very little money now. You know, these used to cost 1,500, I think 1,000 cubits. Now, they actually cost the same as piggies, so if someone's got a piggy, you know, they can afford and register. There's no need for doing piggy trades. It just ends in tears. So, don't do piggy trades, don't do drop trades. Always use registers. Now, another thing, there is another I just want to show you real quick. You take that, G-Dog. Right. So this is the last thing I want to show you, guys. Now, pretty much you can trade any item on the game. Now, there's a couple I would never suggest. Now, that's rooms and realms, and especially realms. So, G-Dog here has got a realm for me. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a realm. Wow, a realm's worth loads of money. How much do you want? 100C? Really? That's cheap. Well, now I will show you guys why you should never do this. So this is going to be my last tip. Never, ever, 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 ever trade realms, especially starter castles, because you can't place them. So if I buy this for 100C, I'd be like, ah, that's a real good trade that is, I got myself a realm. Well, let's go outside and see how good that trade was. Right, so if I get this realm, and I go, oh yeah, I got myself a realm here, let's place it down. Cheese realm. Ah, now you see, we thought that was mine then, even I did then for a little while. Only the original owner is allowed to use their starter castle. So this has been a total waste of money. I can't place this, I can't do anything with it. It is just literally a piece of paper in my inventory now, guys. So that's my last tip, don't ever trade starter realms. I would say don't trade realms in general. Like, the only way you're ever going to be able to get them cheap is if people are buying them with Merchant 2. And even then they're going to get 10% off at the very most. Now, is it worth a few, maybe 100 cubits off just for that risk? Absolutely not, guys. Definitely not. So, don't be trading realms, guys. Now, if someone does scam you, what do you do? Now, if they scam you guys, now, I don't like, this is, you know, this is a little harsh. And I have to give this news to people every day. And it's not easy to do, guys. I really wish there were another way. If you've been scammed, you are 99.999% chance not going to see those items back. And the reason for this is everyone is responsible for their own items, guys. Now, we have registers in the game. They're used for trading, and that's how we trade. They're a safe way to trade. Now, if we went around replacing everyone's items, now, I know a lot of people have been scammed a few times. I'm hoping this video will help people not get scammed. You know, I've had really experienced players come to me and be like, oh, I've lost my Dark Angel wings. Well, if we replace those, I say me, I'm a mod, you know, I still have to buy everything normally. But if one of the admins replace them, there'd now be 2 sets of Dark Angel wings in the game instead of 1. And that would slowly make the economy take a massive dive. And I think more importantly, guys, another reason why you don't get your items back when they're lost through scamming is you're not going to learn. You know, I was scammed back in the day and I learned from my mistake and I haven't been scammed since. Now if everyone, you know, oh, I lost my Black Angel wings, oh, it's okay, I'll just go and ask one of the admins to replace them. You know, people aren't going to learn, and then if we do replace them, you know, someone could say lose their Black Angel wings 5 times. That means there's going to be 5 sets of Black Angel instead of the very one that was originally in the game. So, you know, all the economy is going to take a dive, item prices are going to go down, and like I say, you won't learn. And, you know, it is a nice little life lesson, this, guys. You know, it's a lesson in trust and a lesson in trading. And, yeah, I hope this video helps, guys. And last thing I will say, if you do get scammed, you can go to report abuse, and then you can report a player. Please report players that are engaging in exploits, game-breaking activities, or have offensive names or using other language. So, you want to select player. Now I can go Cubic G-Dog, or you can type the player's name if you're not in the same realm as them anymore, and then you can put the reason. So, we traded, and he took my angel without paying. And then you would click here to report player. Now you may be wondering, guys, well, can I get rid of this now, or am I in the, is there no way to get out of this? Oh, let's just do that. Yeah, okay. Now you may be thinking, well, what's the point in reporting players if we don't get our stuff back? Well, what we do as mods, now all those reports go to a big reports page that us moderators have access to. Now we look at those and say we see, you know, Cubic G-Dog's name popping up a few times. So we scam this player here, say on a Monday, and then later on in the day he scammed another player. And then say the next day he scammed another player, took, you know, say some angel wings. And then later on in the day he scammed another player and took, I don't know, a zombie mask. Now what we can do with that information, we can look at that player and be like, yes, this is a scammer who does this a lot, and then we will enforce some punishment. So they will get banned. Now this only works if you scam the player and they are legit, not scam the player, sorry, if you report the player and they are legitimate reports. Now don't be going to your friends, oh, can you scam this player, he scammed me. Because what's going to happen there is we're going to see your report of, you know, he took my Dark Angel wings. And then we're going to see, you know, another maybe 5 or 6 reports after saying, oh, so-and-so took Thingy's Dark Angel wings. Now that just looks, to a mod or an admin, is going to look like, you know, unfair sort of bullying in a way. It's not going to look as legitimate as if the player who actually got scammed reports. It's going to look like, you know, I don't know, say you don't like someone and you were like, oh, I know, we'll get him. Me and my buddies will all report him and he'll get banned. Now, that's not going to happen because we're going to be able to look at these reports and be like, no, that's not legitimate. And if we do see a lot of reports on one person, we may look into the server logs to get a breakdown of what has actually been stolen by looking at the reports on the server side. And then we'll actually be able to find out if these reports are legitimate. Now if we find, you know, 5 of these reports are not legitimate, then we're definitely not going to be banning them. So if you want to get, you know, a little bit of comeuppance on the player, just report them, just you who's actually been scammed, but hopefully after this video that won't be necessary. But yeah, that's been my little breakdown of scamming and how not to get scammed. So, let's just go through the one last time. Always use registers to trade. never give people perms, never do piggy trades or drop trades, and never trade for realms. Right guys, I hope that's helped, and I'll see you later. Bye.